absolute focus on the face of Ollie Zeidler on the right of your screen, who is up against Hamill, Finn Hamill on the left of your screen in the semi-finals of the Diamond Sculls. It's the premier open single sculls event, and we have just two of the best scullers in the world.
A lot of eyes on both of these now. Certainly that win yesterday for Finley has really perked people's interest in this race. He is fresh off the back of quite a good season. He's been racing. He's also been in the double sculls, actually doubling up at this event. He raced this morning in the double at 10:30 and won, so he's already booked his place to one final. And this would be really exciting. About a length and a bit down here, but that was similar yesterday with Van Dorp. It didn't seem like he was in a rush to take the lead.
Exactly. We watched this yesterday. We saw the giant, powerful Dutch athlete and Olympic bronze medalist get ahead of Finn Hamill, who has been a lightweight. He won the lightweight single under 23 level in 2023, and it looked like that was it. And then suddenly, Finn Hamill had other thoughts, other intentions, and lifted the rate. But my goodness, this is a supreme athlete in the sport of rowing, but he transcends rowing. He is one of the most incredible athletes on the planet at the moment. Ollie Zeidler, he is 6'8". He's a former swimmer. He has a formidable physique. He's an incredible person, and he is just, look at that. He is absolutely leading off. I mean, Finn Hamill, yeah, he's got a lot that's been in his legs, and of course everyone's expecting him to do the same thing again, and it's quite hard to giant kill 2 days in a row.
Absolutely, yeah, that's maybe a result even he wasn't expecting. Even he always go out to win, but he certainly would have been really happy with that performance, and like you said, with two things. But at the same time, Ollie Zeidler will have watched that race, and he will know that at this point now, sort of mid 1K, is where he's going to want to try and put this to bed, because he knows Finn has got a really fast finish here.
Yes, they will definitely have spoken about that, watched that race and said, okay, do not underestimate what this Kiwi sculler is capable of. Now, he isn't the lead Kiwi sculler because Logan Ulrich has that, but we know that Finn Hamill wants to be at some point the lead Kiwi sculler, perhaps for LA. Such a talent, yeah, won medals as a lightweight under 23 level. He also won at the World Rowing Coastal Champs, where he's a real waterman. He's got such skill, and he loves the vibe and energy of the coastal rowing, but I think he's loving the vibe and energy at Henley Royal, although today it is a tough one for him.
Yeah, so the conditions obviously are out there. You can see some of these flags blowing. It's not a really strong wind. It is a bit gusty. Sometimes that can put you off, but it's not a super strong wind out here. And these guys look to be dealing with the conditions really, really well.
I mean, it is tricky, as you say. Blustery means it's a little bit unpredictable. You can get some side gusts, which are the trickiest when you're in a rowing boat and when you're in a single. And of course, loads of washes from all of the cruisers going up and down that are just on the other side of the booms. But here we have a beautiful shot of Ollie Zeidler. I mean, he is so impressive. He has so much natural length. He often doesn't have to reach as far as most other athletes do, trying to lever away. I mean, Finn Hamill takes a little look out of his left side there, and he's still in sight.
Well, like I said, he's not going to be able to be beaten psychologically here, because he's turned a huge name over yesterday. So he's not going to lay up for this. And we saw some really high rates from him yesterday. So it's going to be really interesting to see. But again, we talked so much about having experience in this event, and obviously Ollie, 4 times winner of this Diamonds event now.
He's had a look. He's having a go. He's still, I can see him. I'm going to have a go. I mean, there is nothing that holds back Finn Hamill. His rate has gone up. He's having a go. He's having a pop. Why wouldn't he? It is the semi-finals of the Diamond Challenge Sculls, and he can see Ollie Zeidler. Look, he takes another look. He's looking. He's doing sort of 10 strokes. He's taking the rate up. At this point, his lungs are burning. He's full of lactic acid, but he has the mental toughness to have another go, and he is coming up to Ollie Zeidler, who is at a much lower rate, and they are now much closer than before, and you see him, he has closed that gap.
Yeah, I've got Finn here at 39-40 strokes a minute, which at this point in the race would
phenomenal.
Be very high. It takes an incredible amount of skill to be able to do that. And you said slightly different techniques here. So often in the single, it would be because you're not having to synchronize with someone else, you can kind of just go the little bit with what works for you, and just seeing two very different styles here in front of us.
And got a little bit of clear water, but that is not comfortable for the Olympic champion, Ollie Zeidler. He can see Finn Hamill, and Hamill has closed the gap, but he's still got something to do, and he is piling them in still. My goodness, what a tough, spirited fight this is from Finn Hamill. How much belief he has in what he's doing. It's tricky conditions. It's not comfortable like when you're on a beautiful lake at the Olympics with flat water. You know, you can't help but get chucked around a little bit, as happens to the boat, but it doesn't stop him. He has such experience on water. He loves sailing. He spent half of his life kind of being brought up with his parents on a sailing boat. His father, Robbie Hamill, won the world champs and you know, Olympic medalist in the lightweight men's double. Such experience. His father was the rowed in the inaugural Atlantic rowing race, so he's been brought up. His life is about performing on water, and he is still going at the Olympic champion, Ollie Zeidler.
Yeah, fantastic. And get to see a close-up shot here again, really on the rate, and another look there. He's not letting go here. He really wants to have a go at this, but again, Zeidler really caught up quickly with his father, who coaches him just up on the bank, and they're not underestimating this opposition at all. They know how fast these other singles are, and Ollie really looking forward to a test here. Wow,
Finn Hamill is now almost alongside. This is unbelievable what he has done, how he's dug in and dug in and dug in and overlapping. My goodness, he is in a race, the Olympic champion. We haven't seen him race before, Henley Regatta. We don't know how much he's trained. He wasn't at the Europeans, he wasn't at Lucerne. This is his first race of the season, and Finn Hamill is taking it on. He just doesn't stop. He just doesn't seem to hurt. He just doesn't seem to be hurting at all from what he's doing, and yet physiologically it's impossible to be going at that rate. He still has so much life. Look at that. That is so gutsy, so powerful, and the mind that is driving that boat, my goodness, phenomenal.
Absolutely incredible. I've got him at 40-41 strokes a minute here, and let's not forget this is the current reigning Olympic champion in the men's single that he is now moving back on. This is such an exciting race, and you can see as they come through stewards, the voice, the volume starting to go up again now, and I don't think this rate's going to go down. I think it's going to keep going up.
I mean, his rate is so high, and he is still, the legs are driving down. Ollie Zeidler has raised the rate, but not enough. He isn't raising it by as much, and Finn Hamill is getting himself ahead. He is now able to see the back of Ollie Zeidler, just like he did yesterday with Simon van Dort. It is incredible. He giant killed yesterday. He has now got himself in front of Olympic champion, and Ollie Zeidler is looking behind him now at Finn Hamill. What an unbelievable performance. What an unbelievable athlete. This is incredible. Ollie Zeidler is hurting. This is not in his plan. This is just unbelievable.
Absolutely amazing. What a race. What a fantastic race by Finlay Hamill.
What an athlete Finn Hamill has only been representing New Zealand for 2 years, but we all know his name because he beat Simon van Dort on the Friday of Henley, and in the semi-finals he has just beaten Ollie Zeidler, who is exhausted. He can hardly breathe. He nods across to Finn Hamill. We have seen something really special. How he was able to do that for a second race of the day, and the second time he took on one of the world's best. Everyone knows the name of Finn Hamill from New Zealand on the banks of Henley Royal Regatta. Here we see that unbelievable row in as he has broken Ollie Zeidler, the Olympic champion, one of the best athletes on the planet, and Finn Hamill, a former lightweight, rode past him at rates that we rarely see in a single scull. Unbelievable performance, electric response on the banks to that.
Incredible, absolutely incredible.